called Live Together, where it allows you to go live with somebody and anybody that. And so I and so and so and for those who and I did a link. Some of you guys that I know from Messenger, I just put a link in the group chat, in our group chat pad on Messenger, just to, and Maroney or Skull or anybody that wants to, that sees that and wants to join, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't see the live chat. I couldn't see the live chat, and I had a problem with the screen getting suddenly just getting a little bit smaller. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but but yeah, as far as Backlash goes, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what WWE. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe Usos should be tag team champions for a long time because I know what Jason said earlier was that they're basically planting the seeds for a bloodline, basically a bloodline implosion, which is going to happen. It's going to happen. It has to happen. And there's like literally no other reason. There's no reason why the Usos and Solo Sikoa should win that main event match at WrestleMania, at Backlash. There's no way. There's no reason why they should win. Just to keep the Usos and Solo Sikoa looking strong? No. That was last year. That was last year. That was a good match, though. That was a great match, though. But no, there's no reason why they should win that match. Only to keep Solo. And look, they're gonna lose, and I think one of the Usos is going to be the one to take the pin because it just makes more sense. No, no Bloodline versus Bloodline. No, that's not gonna happen. I feel like if the Usos and Solo Sikoa Usos and Solo Sikoa are going to lose at Backlash. One of the Usos, I don't know which Uso is going to take the pin, but one of them is going to take the pin. I do not believe Solo Sikoa will take the pin here. They've been so adamant about keeping him strong, and they've really only had him lose like 3 times, twice by DQ and once by pinfall. So they've been keeping Solo Sikoa strong on the main roster and have been very limited and have been so careful about who he loses to, who he wins. Let me just how makes some sense for it to be Jimmy take the pin. Jimmy was looking confused and Jay was looking confused. Yeah, well, it makes sense for either one of the users to take the pin. I see Roman Reigns losing the title at SummerSlam of this year. What Cody Rhodes could do now that they've basically made it so that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are on separate brands, I see Cody Rhodes winning Money in the Bank this year and then have him go on SmackDown and basically confirm to Roman Reigns that he wants to cash in on Roman Reigns for a match at SummerSlam of this year. I mean, if anything, that is almost an exact duplicate. They would basically be copying and pasting what RVD did to John Cena, whereas he announced he was cashing in before a pay-per-view and decided, I'm cashing in and I want a match at such and such place at this pay-per-view at this time. So that's what he meant. It's basically Viking Raiders are boring. I don't know why, but they are kind of boring. I just don't know why they're. I just don't think they're being. I don't think they're ever going to be really pushed at all. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of them. I'm just not a fan of them. I'm just not a fan of the Viking Raiders anymore. I just don't know why they're being pushed. Why they're being. I like the idea of them with Valhalla slash Sarah Logan, but in order for them to really have an impact, they would have to be winning all their matches, and they're just not doing that. They're losing most of them. Oh, Hit Row, they're not even close. I mean, they're just as bad as the Viking Raiders. Oh, me neither, Badass Vince. Oh, Pet, can you just let everybody know in the group chat on Messenger back that I'm back live? Because I don't think anybody knows that I'm back live again. I don't think anyone remembers. I don't think anybody knows that I'm live again. I don't think anybody knows I'm alive now. And yeah, I'm alive again, just so anybody knows. I had to stop my live stream earlier because at one point my stream just. Hey Maroni. Oh, hey Maroni. I did something. I used. I'm using this new feature on YouTube called Go Live Together. Go Live Together, which apparently it allows you to go live with somebody, and it allows you to bring like a guest on your like live stream. And you don't have to if you don't want to, but I did. But I clicked the link. But I put a link in our group chat on Messenger if you wanted to join me. You don't have to. You can. But hey, well, hey, if you want, you can click the link because it's there. It's there in the group chat on Messenger that we have that I created, and I put you in. So, I mean, we can talk about just what I'm basically doing here is I'm just talking about wrestling in general. Just what I what I'm what I put on the title of this live stream, Week in Review podcast number 6. Basically, that's what it is. I mean, last night's SmackDown was good. There was one match that I thought, I don't know if it was a Vince booked match, but it was the Street Profits versus Imperium, a match that just seemed put together out of the blue and only lasted like 4 or 5 minutes. Like, okay, that was. I mean, that match didn't even go to a commercial break. That match didn't even go to a commercial break. I mean, I'm not sure if that was a Vince booked match that night, but I don't know. The Giovanni Vinci has that's a great moonsault. He does about as good of a moonsault as Io Sky. Io Sky, in terms of who has the best moonsault, in terms of who has the best moonsault right now in WWE, it's clearly not Charlotte Flair because she sometimes botches hers. I think Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, and Giovanni Vinci have the best moonsaults in WWE. I mean, Riddle, I'm thinking he sometimes does a moonsault, but it's not like a good moonsault. But it's not like a regular moonsault. It's usually like a corkscrew moonsault or something like that. But he does that, and it's not bad. And it's not bad. Of course, badass Vince. Oh, hey, Maroni, are you still here? Or just to confirm, I asked you if you maybe were willing to join me on this live stream, and then I don't know if you said like yes or no, or I would or not, but if you do want to, then the link in our group chat on Messenger, you can just click that, and I'm sure it should. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I guess should redirect you to my live stream. Huh. Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. Hey yeah. Who remembers that? I don't remember that. I didn't see that at the time, but now I know. Huh. Mandy Rose got fired. No one, to be honest, nobody is probably even talking about that now. It's ancient history. At this point, it's ancient history. Ugh, I'm needing a shave. I'll probably do that as soon as I get home. But I just, I feel like there's a lot of wrestling. Yeah, that was a pretty decent title reign. Like, second longest, I'm pretty sure it was the second longest, because no one will beat Asuka's record of how many days she was champion. I think she was like 510 days, and she retired undefeated. She retired undefeated. She retired undefeated. That's great. That was so cool. I don't know about Braun Breaker. I don't know about Braun Breaker. That's something. That was something. 362 days. What was the record previously? Does anybody know what the record was previously? Because I'm pretty sure it was Adam Cole, but I can't remember how long he held the title. Because I know originally Finn Balor held the record for the longest reign as NXT champion, but then I remember Adam Cole broke it, but I can't remember how long he was champion. I can't remember how long he was champion. I mean, yeah, his combined total two reigns lasted 500 days. That is amazing. For him to have two separate NXT title reigns that lasted 500 days total, like him, that's shows you how good Finn Balor was in NXT. I feel like Finn Balor's heel gimmick and heel persona in NXT Okay, well, I don't know. Did you try to click the link in the group in the messenger group chat? Because I mean, if you need to, I can probably just send you a link personally. I can send you a link. The I guess. Let's see. Well, Moroni, a I just sent you a link in the private in your just in the I sent you a link. If you want to go on it and see if it works, I'm just I'm just trying this out for the first time, so I don't even know if it's gonna. I don't even know if it works because I'm just trying it out for the first time. Yeah, I mean Cody Rhodes says that to suffer. That's I what I think could happen. I mean, what I thought was going to happen, what I thought happened for Night of Champions, now just goes right out the door. Because I thought we were going to see maybe Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins at Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cody Rhodes can lose that match because Seth is obviously winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Have Seth get his revenge on Cody Rhodes. Have that be all over with. Then have him go and win Money in the Bank, cash in on Roman Reigns for a match at SummerSlam, and then win, obviously. And that's gonna, I mean, that's gonna be, I think, what happens. But now that we are, but now that Triple H has announced that both SmackDown and Raw superstars will be competing in this tournament for the SmackDown for the new World Heavyweight Championship, I don't know what's gonna happen, but what we could see happen. I'm just speculating this, but I don't know. I had a couple of ideas just jump out at me when I heard the announcement. We said the Triple H announced that there will be two triple threat matches on both Raw and SmackDown, with the winners of both triple threat matches facing each other, with the winners of those matches, with the winners of that match, those two matches, going to Smack. Basically, the winner of both triple threat matches will face each other. The winners of both SmackDown triple threat matches will go head to head, with the winner of that match taking on going to Night of Champions. The winner of the two Raw triple threat matches will go head to head, with the winner going to Night of Champions. One of the one of the triple threat matches I personally think could happen and maybe should happen, Grayson Waller versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight. I'm just, I mean, look, AJ Styles and Grayson Waller had a feud on NXT television late 20, like December 20, like at the end of 2021, going into 2022, culminating in a match at New Year's Evil. That was good. That was good. The match was good. The feud was good. Also, Grayson Waller and LA Knight had an ongoing feud it basically started at Halloween Havoc. It basically started when both of them wanted to host Halloween Havoc, and they had that match. And they had that match. You guys aren't even listening to me, are you? You're just in here having your own little private chat about Roman Reigns. I mean, the feud started over LA Knight, and it basically started with LA Knight and Grayson Waller feuding over who wanted to host Halloween Havoc that year. The Halloween Havoc. Uh, Halloween Havoc show, with LA Knight clearly winning the match. And then they basically just started a feud, and it was good. It was a good feud. And then LA Knight and AJ Styles, they have history. They know each other, both professionally and personally, so it makes sense. And so it would make sense for them to do that triple threat match, have AJ Styles win, and then the winner of the second triple threat match could have Edge. They could have Edge enter into this tournament. And I'm just now thinking, oh my gosh, another idea in my head that would make perfect sense. It would be a good match, and because we haven't seen them one-on-one in a long time, it's not like the match would be completely boring. AJ's Edge could be in this tournament. As I said before, one of the triple threat matches could be Grayson Waller versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight. AJ Styles wins that match. Edge could be involved in the other triple threat match. And so he wins that match. And then we get AJ Styles versus Edge. They have history from dating from last year. It would make sense. Don't know who would be the heel and the face in that situation, but I don't know. I mean, AJ Styles would be sort of the face in that triple threat match with Grayson Waller and LA Knight because they're both heels and they're both great heels. But then maybe AJ Styles just decides to go heel in that match against Edge. But then have Edge win and then have Edge face Seth Rollins at Night of Champions. And have Seth get that sort of revenge win over Edge for what basically because Edge the last time they faced was at Hell in a Cell in Crown Jewel 2021. Edge won, and so that would be a perfect sort of like a tie-in. Just have Seth get his revenge win over Edge. It basically writes itself. Like basically just writes itself. No, oh, come on, Pat. It makes more sense than anything else that you can. I mean, look, Triple H announcing that SmackDown and Raw superstars are going to be competing for this World Heavyweight Championship. It makes no sense. Made no sense. But now that I have gotten these ideas in my head, now it makes more sense than ever because if you're going to have Seth Rollins win this title, why would you just have him compete against just any old SmackDown superstar? The only SmackDown superstar that makes sense to go up against Edge, that makes sense to go up against Seth, that Seth has history with, that isn't Roman Reigns, obviously, it's Edge. It's Edge. Edge clearly is not going to win the title and move over to Raw. That's not going to happen. Edge is not winning the match. He doesn't need to win a championship, but it would be a good match. They have history. They haven't faced each other in forever, which means it's obviously we're not going to be stale. Obviously they can both can cut a great promo and the build will be great. It makes sense. Come on. It just makes more sense than anything else you can possibly put together. Because originally, I thought Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins would be what we would get for that World Heavyweight Championship at Night of Champions. Seth obviously was going to win that match also, but now that SmackDown superstars are going to be involved in this tournament, Edge would make more sense than anybody else. Because because Edge does not, because Seth Rollins does not, other than Roman Reigns, who else does Seth Rollins have any, I mean, as far as history goes, who else on SmackDown does Seth Rollins have history with? I mean, LA Knight? No. They've never crossed paths. Grayson Waller? They've never crossed paths. AJ Styles? I don't know if they have AJ Styles. I don't know if they have history, but if they do, then it's the first I've heard of it. I don't know if they've even had a match on the main roster. I mean, Bobby Lashley, I can't remember if they've ever faced. They have faced each other. They have faced each other for the over the U.S. title, but I just don't know if they have as much history as Edge does. And Seth Rollins versus Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship at Night of Champions, knowing SmackDown superstars will be involved in this so-called tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, they faced off the Money in the Bank. Okay, they may not. They just probably don't have as much history as Seth Rollins and Edge do. Knowing that SmackDown superstars are going to be involved in this match, in this tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins versus Edge makes more sense than anything else. Because besides Roman Reigns, who else on SmackDown has much history with Seth? No, he will not. No, he will not win the World Heavyweight Championship. It's not going to happen. That does not need to happen. Roman Reigns does not need another title around his waist. Just, yeah. And if you do it, and if they do it, and if it happens, then it's basically WWE. Then it's basically Vince McMahon just saying "F you" to USA Network, because USA Network has been wanting a world title on Raw for a while now. Now, you could have Gunther. I mean, before Cody Rhodes before I thought of Cody Rhodes potentially being in that match with Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, I was thinking maybe Gunther versus Seth Rollins could take place over the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, we could have Gunther participate in this tournament. We could have Gunther participate in this tournament. That could happen. He's over on Raw. It could happen. Yeah, I don't think Cody Rhodes is winning the world title. I mean, not to say that he can't win the world title and that he won't. I just feel like he's better off beating Roman Reigns. Instead of, because basically the title as of right now, the title has basically been called the you can't beat Roman Reigns title. So basically, here's the consolation title. Here's a title that basically says, I can't beat Roman Reigns. That's obviously not the title that Cody needs to win, because then that basically just defeats the purpose of him going after Roman Reigns. He's basically saying, I can't beat Roman Reigns, so I'm just going to win this title instead. It's the easy title to win because it's not around Roman Reigns' waist. I think Bianca Belair should lose to SmackDown. I think, I mean, there have been people there. There is a guy that I subscribe to on YouTube called JD from New York 206, and he has had this theory for basically a few weeks now, about the Io versus Bianca Belair match. What could happen? What could happen? And it also coincides with the announcement Triple H made during the draft, where he said that there will be transfers, which means superstars can transfer from one brand to another, from Raw to SmackDown or from SmackDown to Raw. If the winner of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament does come from SmackDown, what I believe can happen is he will just move over to Raw and then have that makes sense. That makes sense. Some people are just confused as to why SmackDown superstars are even competing for a Raw exclusive title, but just because they are competing for the title doesn't mean that they will just stay on SmackDown. They will move over to Raw, obviously. I mean, stop making it sound more complicated than it needs to be. But what his opinion, what his idea is that Io Sky wins tonight at Backlash, and then she gets transferred over to Raw. She gets transferred over to Raw, and then they can have Rhea Ripley, and then as a consolation prize, and then as a basically they can just swap because Rhea Ripley was drafted to SmackDown, was drafted to Raw, so Io Sky could win, transfer her over to Raw, and then basically they would just be trading. They would just trade Io Sky for Rhea Ripley, have Rhea Ripley remain SmackDown Women's Champion because it makes no sense. She beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Why why would they draft her over to Raw? Hey Danny, yes, my birthday was yesterday. I'm so happy. Oh man. Yeah. I'm yeah. I don't know. Io Sky wins tonight against Bianca Belair, goes over the Raw, gets her away from Damage Control, which by all means should already have been broken up. I'm not sure why they didn't just break them up in the draft. I mean, you could have drafted Io Sky and Dakota Kai as a tag team, and then just drafted Bayley over to SmackDown. But then it still wouldn't have made really that much sense. I mean, Io Sky and Dakota Kai, they could possibly get over as a tag team on their own. But I mean, even with Bayley, it's just I don't know. I don't think Sasha Banks will return to WWE yet. I don't think she will. I think she doesn't need to at the moment. I don't think she needs to. No. Damage Control will break up. They have already started planting this. Even Bianca Belair planted seeds this past Monday night on Raw during her backstage segment with Damage Control. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm 26 years old and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. To me, I just feel like I'm still 25. I mean, I remember when I turned 21. Hell, I still vaguely remember when I graduated from high school. Because I can't believe that was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, 8 years ago, 8 years ago, I graduated from high school. Damn, where did all that time go? Where did all that time go? Yeah, I know. I know. You turned 20 a week ago. Well, happy belated birthday. Sorry. That is the funniest comment of the night. That is the funniest comment of the night. I'm 56. Let's see. Oh, I'm 56. I feel 18. I act 17, and then I look 65. You look much older than you do. Just for that, I'm gonna pin your message. Just for that. That is a fun. That's the funniest. That's funny. That's funny, Danny. Yeah. No problem, Ronnie. I don't think Ronda Rousey should go after the singles titles anymore. I mean, they have teased. She basically teased going after the women's tag team titles last year after losing the SmackDown Women's Championship to Charlotte Flair. She basically teased teaming up with Shayna and going after the women's tag team titles, which makes more sense than anything else. Yeah, yeah. Hulk Hogan. Oh God. Yeah. Hey. Let's see. Well, there had been rumor. Yeah, I don't see Austin Theory losing. I mean, considering they drafted Bronson Reed to Raw, I don't see Bronson Reed winning. The only reason why Bronson Reed could win is if they do what I said before, and that is transfer him over to SmackDown, because that's what we were told by Triple H there would be transfers in the draft, which means that SmackDown superstars could go over to Raw. Raw superstars could then jump over to SmackDown. Either way. 8. It starts at 8. Starts at 8. How is he not over, Ped? Gunther has been one of the longest, as I think basically the longest reigning Continental Champion of the modern era. I can't remember whose record he beat, but I can't remember. I think it was Shelton Benjamin who had the longest reign before that, but I'm not sure. It's at 8 o'clock, and it's at 8 o'clock, Danny, and because Moxley has such a huge lead already going into tonight's pay-per-view, I am not even going. I know I'm not going to win. I know I'm not winning trivia tonight, but I have decided that if I can't win, I am going to try my hardest to try and get Maroney to win. That's what my goal is. I'm basically just going to be there to help Maroney win if I can, because I know I'm not winning. I'm not sugarcoating it because there's no need to. Moxley has over 20,000 points. I have basically heading into the pay-per-view, I have 1,000 points from being a platinum member, which I was able to do because I got a whole slew, because I got over the last over the last week or so, I've gotten 3 Google Play cards, and I was able to get a whole bunch of money on my Google Play account, which I then was able to use for that. I was able to use to get my scooter kids. Oh, apparently I gotta. I'm not winning tonight, Hannah. Oh, and Maroney, if you're still here, I don't know if Hannah knows the plan for today. But Hannah, I have decided that since I am not feeling confident in my chances of winning, I have decided that I am going to help Maroney win. And I already asked him. I told him that I had already promised you a prize if I won a prize tonight. And I asked Maroney, would he be willing to give you his prize if he wins a prize tonight? And he said that it's no problem. I guess he's getting a package soon, or getting something soon, and he does not mind giving you his prize. So I'm gonna try and help him at least win a prize, and if I can help it, win trivia altogether. But he basically let me know but he basically said that he's willing to give you his prize. So so hopefully you're going to get a prize tonight. Even if I don't win a prize, even if I can't win a prize, you're getting a prize from somebody, from Maroney. Yeah, yeah. That's just I made that decision today just based off of the fact that I just knew probably wasn't gonna win. I've got money. I've still got some money on my Google Play account that I'm gonna donate. I'm not gonna donate all of it, but I'm gonna donate enough to where I've still got like 99. At least got 99 because I wanted tonight. Tonight I needed to know because apparently just a bronze member, you don't know you don't get even the slightest clue. You don't even get a good clue for the final question. With the platinum membership, I actually now pretty much know what the question is, the answer to the final question, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But I've just decided, but now that I think I know what the final question is, I needed at least, but I, after tonight, what I might do is I might just switch back over to just bronze membership because I can't afford $9.99, but I can afford at least 99 cents a month because when I get my Google Play cards, I usually will put like maybe 15 or $20 on it, and I have a couple of like apps and games and stuff that use Google Play money that I basically use that on, and then but I don't always do that, but I don't always. Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, Charlotte Flair does not need another title reign. At least not for a while. Not for a while. Now there have been rumors of Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair possibly colliding at some point. Not that they're both on the same brand, and it's this is they had like two matches last year. No, they had two matches in 2021. Like heading into the build up to Crown Jewel, they had two matches. One was I think it was like it was a DQ it was a DQ win for Bianca, and she got herself a Raw Women's Championship match against Charlotte Flair, and she also I think and she also won that match via DQ, which meant she didn't win the title. But them having like an actual like quote unquote feud would be good. Would be a good feud because they're both athletic women, and it would be just a great match. Oh God, no! Natalia ain't getting fired anytime soon. Trish Stratus does not need to be a champion anymore. She just needs. I don't know. Natalia is not. It's not that she's boring. It's just that she's not as good as she once was. and then Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch is being considered for a match for SummerSlam, which could happen. It could happen. I mean, they don't need to book the match right away. Becky Lynch she was not SmackDown Women's Champion for that long. Okay, this is something that I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna, and I don't want anyone to, and I'm not gonna. And I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, when Bianca wins the Bianca." Some people have been saying that Bianca Belair, when she wins, if she wins tonight against Io Sky, she will become the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. Which, no, she won't be. She won't be the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. She'll be the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion in history. Since the Raw Women's Championship became a thing, the longest person to hold the title was Becky Lynch from like WrestleMania 35 the Monday night up until the Monday Night Raw following Money in the Bank 2020, when we all know what happened. Asuka came out to Becky came out to say some words. Asuka came out, I guess, to cash in or to at least confront Becky Lynch. And then that's when Becky confirmed to Asuka that the Money in the Bank briefcase that year was not for a chance at the Raw Women's Championship. It was for the Raw Women's Championship. And that's when she announced she's pregnant and that she's going to become a mother. And Asuka, I will say this now to the day I die, Asuka genuinely looked shocked and surprised and just looked genuinely happy in that segment. And people want to talk about certain, it's not easy to keep a secret in WWE. And that was probably a secret that she kept from everybody, even some of the superstars. And that's why I think Asuka's reaction looked genuine, I think because it actually was, because she was actually genuinely surprised and was genuinely happy for Asuka. Not much. Kaylee Ray was NXT UK Women's Champion for 649 days, but NXT UK is no more, which means WWE will probably no longer recognize that reign. Now, Asuka was NXT Women's Champion for 510 days. That is the longest women's championship reign of the modern era. But, as always, WWE will probably not recognize that record because it was NXT. Just like WWE for years, for a while, Gunther was NXT UK champion for 870 days. Was 870 days as NXT UK champion. That's how long his title reign was. Hey Danny, I know that's you. Because I still remember that one time you came on one of my recent live streams, and you basically came on with every single. I had like 11. I think it was. I can't remember when it was, but I had gone live, and I had like 11 or so likes. I had like 11 or so likes and basically every single one of them was just you and a different account of yours, and just all of your like different accounts. And most of the likes, if not all of them, were just of you, which is from you, liking under your different accounts. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. I actually don't know where I'd be without you and your different accounts. Because I have 200, as of right now, I have 240 subscribers to this channel. Ha ha ha, Danny. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm not gonna be one of those people that's just like jumping up and down, hooping and hollering and like, yeah, 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 yeah. Like I'm not gonna cause like a big scene. I'm gonna be happy, but I'm at least gonna be like, it happened. I'm happy. Let's move on. Damn, almost an hour. I've been live for almost an hour. As of right now, I have 240 subscribers to this YouTube channel. At some point, I'd like to get this up to maybe, I'd like to get it up to 300 at some point. Almost. It's 52 minutes, like 52 minutes. Yeah, 3 hours till backlash. I'll probably be leaving the library by 5:30. Hopefully by 5:30, maybe 5:15. So I do plan on going till an hour, and then depending on what time it is, I might just end the live stream. But I do plan on going for at least, okay, see, it's like 5:01 now. Yeah, but I'm in one of these study rooms. I'm in one of these study rooms that's not, because the last couple times I went live in the library, at the library, like, and I was like at one of those tables that was at, I would get sort of like complaints a little bit, complaints just a little bit that I was being too loud. But then I said to myself, if I'm in one of these study rooms, they might not, I can be as loud as I want, but I'm not gonna just like yell, but I'm gonna still be, but now I can be loud enough so you guys can hear me without having to yell and without having anybody complain. So that's basically what I'm doing now. I'm going into, now I've just decided I'm probably just going to do this from now on because it's easier and nobody can hear me. Even if someone does hear me, they probably won't hear me as much as they would have if I was just out there and on one of those tables, just going live. That way, y'all can hear me, and I don't have to, and nobody has to complain. No, I don't have to worry about anybody complaining that I'm too loud. Man, 9 likes, and I know for a fact that at least 4 or 5 of those come from you, Danny. And again, I thank you for doing that. You don't have to, but thanks. I am so excited for Backlash. I'm so excited for Backlash. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. Because I mean, I know when some of you guys came on at first, there was like 5 people in the live. It was saying I had like 5 people, and then like the first time I went live, before I had that problem with like the live chat not being shown, and then my screen just started getting smaller. I had like 5 people, and I had at least like 3 or 4 people typing, and only one person had liked so far. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh man, 55 minutes. I'm just No, I want Roman. I mean, Roman Reigns will probably lose at SummerSlam against Cody Rhodes. What they have done in like making sure Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are on separate brands is that they have made it so that Roman and Cody Rhodes will not be meeting in the near future. I mean, why would Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns need another confrontation before? Don't tell the live chat, Maroney. But don't tell the live chat because because I think I know the final question too. Oh, Maroney. If you want to, you can message me on Messenger and you can tell me what you think the answer is for the final question. You can just message me on Messenger and just tell me, look, this is what I think the answer to the final question is. And just do that. That way, you don't have to say it in the live chat here where potentially someone like say Moxley can hear because I still haven't unblocked Moxley, and I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. But if you want to, Moni, you can message me on Messenger and say, hey, Harper, this is what I think the answer to the final question is. And then I'll tell you my answer. Yes. Yes. Yes, Maroney. Yes, I agree. I got your message, and yes, I agree. Same. I got the same answer. Don't need to say who it is. Don't need to say who it is. Just I do have this. I had the same thought immediately come into my head as soon as I saw because oh yeah, Hannah, just go to YouTubeStudio.com. Go to YouTubeStudio.com. There is a click on settings, and there should be something under settings called community. Called community. And that will show you, and if you when you click on that, it will show you who's a mod on your channel, both standard and managing mods, and it will show you who is blocked on your channel. But warning, do not, and I say do not download YouTube Studio app because apparently the app doesn't have that feature on it, doesn't have that in settings, but apparently it has that on the website. I don't know why. Apparently it has that on the website, but not on. And when I had that mod situation, that managing that mod situation problem happening, I just decided as soon even when I finished, even when I knew I was, even after I had just cleared out all my mods and just started fresh, I decided I'm just gonna leave this up. I'm just gonna leave this up on in my tabs, just just so whenever I have a just so next time I have this problem, I can just click on it and it'll go right to the website and I won't have to worry about. So yeah. And yes, Maroni, I got your message and I totally agree with that answer. I believe that is the answer. And I believe that is the only answer that makes sense. So good. Oh, tonight's gonna be epic. And and Maroney, I just want you to know that I will tell Matt that if I get the final question right, the points go to you. If I am the first person to get the final question right, points go to you. So just want you to know that. Yeah. And And has anybody really seen? Because I I got on Twitter today for some reason, I don't know why. I saw a tweet from Tony Khan where he said that he was gonna be where he I don't know like cracked the code in his brain and got and and thought of like Ray Phoenix versus Claudio Castagnoli in like a double Jeopardy match for AEW Dynamite next week. And I saw and Tony Khan tweeted, I guess tweeted about the upcoming Dynamite episode and tweeted basically the card for us for Dynamite. And he basically said, and it's like he basically said, "Hey, AEW fans, I'm just gonna give you a basically a pay-per-view for free on because the matches do not look that bad. We got a steel cage match between Moxley and Kenny Omega. That should be good. That should be good. Okay, an international title match between Orange Cassidy and Daniel Garcia. That should be a good match, albeit with the shenanigans, which we all know are going to happen because of JAS obviously are going to be ringside. JAS is obviously going to try and get involved in the match. Orange Cassidy will probably overcome the odds, obviously. God knows we need Orange Cassidy to retain that title because he is such a ratings guy. We got a no holds barred match between Anna JAS and Julia Hart. That should be good considering they have actually let that feud build. What's interesting enough is that the feud started on Rampage, was built on Rampage, but is basically ending on Dynamite. That's something. We got a trios title open house match between House of Black and Best Friends with Bandito. Where did that match come from? That match seemed out of the blue because didn't the Acclaimed win that trios battle royal this past Wednesday night? That makes absolutely no sense, but it should be a good match. I can't remember what else they had on the card for that. And the double Jeopardy match between Claudio and Ray Phoenix, which I have no idea what that match is, but it should be a good match. Okay, what's going on? I'm not even seeing the live chat anymore. Well, like it's not even letting me see the live chat. Well, well, guys, it is it is just it is around 5:13. It says on my phone. Time it says on my phone, and I'm gonna be leaving now within the next 15 minutes or so. So I'm probably am gonna just end the live stream here. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this too. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Thanks, guys, for I guess for showing the love. And hopefully, I will go live again soon. I don't know when I'm going to be doing my next workout live stream. For some reason, I just haven't felt the urge to do it, to go live on a workout live stream. I'm so glad I go live every Saturday for this. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be going live at all, and you guys probably wouldn't be seeing any videos from me. Now, I have a video that's coming to my second YouTube channel on here on this phone. I have two YouTube channels. One's this channel, which is my main channel for this phone, and then my second YouTube channel, which is Michael Harper, is going to be is a YouTube channel where I'm just going to be posting various videos. And I am doing a Google and Goodwill finds plus birthday video, which I'm going to be talking about all of the stuff that I got this month at the beginning of this month via like Goodwills and stuff. And then I'm also going to be showing you some of the stuff that I got for my birthday. Because I got a few things for my birthday, and then there were like a few things that I thought I was going to get, but I didn't get yet. Because I had asked Dad to get me a couple of like WrestleManias, preferably 24, preferably like 29, 32, and did last year's. But I should get maybe like one or two of those maybe sometime soon. I don't know when it'll happen, but I'm gonna be doing that video. If not today, then the next chance I get to do it. And so hopefully I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys, most of you guys, later for Matt's live stream. So thank you guys for coming. Don't know when I'm gonna go live again for a workout live stream. Like I said, I just haven't felt the urge to do it. I will see you guys later, and until then, peace. Bye guys. Bye guys. Oh no, no, it's not letting me. Oh no, it's not letting me go. It's not letting me end. It's not letting me end my live stream. Oh no, don't. Oh God, don't tell me I can't end my live stream. I can't end my live stream. I can't end it. It's not letting me end it. I thought something was weird when I couldn't see my live chat anymore. It's not letting me end it. It's not letting me end it, guys.